All right, we'll do Michael and then go to Cameron.
Hey, Coach Brown. Hope things are well. Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority here. Obviously, a pretty nice defensive performance at Notre Dame. What's been the response as you guys have returned to practice since then?
Man, it's been pretty solid. The guys, I think, coming off a solid performance this past weekend and holding, the number 4 team in the country to 12 points. They gave them a little confidence. And so the one thing, we worked on really hard this week is get off the field on third down. That's been our nemesis. And we're trying our best to, continue to work on that each and every day. And the guys are responding. They're excited. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so we're excited to get out there and go back again on Saturday and hopefully have a better performance.
Cameron.
Hey, Bryan, Cameron from Courier Journal.
Let's go, Cameron. Hold on. Sorry, got noisy out there.
I was curious. Obviously, like you said, good performance for you all against Notre Dame. It looked like defensively you were able to blitz a little bit more, kind of got a little more aggressive. The corners played well. Is that kind of how you want to be defensively? Let the secondary kind of lock down and be aggressive with that front seven?
Well, yeah, in a way, but it always dictate the offense, the type of offense you're going against in a way too. What do they have up front? They have a solid offensive line, or they, average up front. Do you want to get after them a little bit? And then you look at, coverage wise, can you match up with their receivers? Or do you have to drop another one in coverage as opposed to, playing a good bit more man? But me personally, I like to play a good bit of man. I want to man some guys up and bring some pressure. But it's all based on your guys that you have, and matchups. That's what it's all about. It's all about matchups. So each week is something different, philosophy, just because of the team that may present some different problems that another team doesn't. So, but yeah, I still love to play some man and bring some pressure.
Jody.
Bryan, hey, it is Jody Demling from Cardinal Authority. The other day with Trey back in there at corner, he played with a lot of confidence, and it seemed like the other guys, he made that play early in the game, and it seemed like Chandler and some of the other guys in the secondary might have fed off of that a little bit. That kind of stuff is contagious, isn't it, when somebody makes a good play?
Oh, absolutely. It started the very first play of the game. Chandler started it with his play, on the vertical ball. And when you see some positivity and some things that go right early on, no doubt that helps the confidence of the whole group. And yes, they fed off Chandler, they fed off Trey, and like you say, it's contagious. As well as chasing the football and tackling. And I think once you see some positivity go on, no matter what sport you're in, it's like just like in basketball. Like Michael Jordan when he hit those 6 3-pointers against Portland. In the 1992 finals. He just went. Was it 92? Yeah, 92 finals, and he said it felt like the goal was this big. It's no different in football. When they get to rolling and you're hitting on all cylinders, it gets contagious for sure.
All right, back to Michael and then Cameron.
Coach, Monty Montgomery, had a fantastic game, obviously, against Notre Dame, and he's a guy that kind of all year long, when he gets the chance, he really, makes a quick impression. What can you say about his play, and is he making it more difficult for you guys to even take him out of the game?
Yeah, man, Monty's played well for us, a majority of the year. When he's in the game, he presents, an explosive feature, that we just don't have all across the board defensively right now. But when he's in that game, he's going to show you what he's got. The thing about Monty, just sometimes he may have a MA here and there that may cost us. But overall, his grade has been, pretty phenomenal, each and every week. So, yes, it is hard for us to try to keep him off that field. I can tell you that. So what we're doing, we're trying to continue to find ways to get him on the field. We got him on the field on third downs as well. So he's gotten a lot more playing time each week, and he'll have an increased playing time this week as well.
Cameron.
Yeah, Bryan, one thing that stood out also Obviously, you guys still trying to force some more turnovers. I think Trey had a drop pick on that second drive. I think Chandler had a drop pick in the end zone. What does it take for you all to I think Dorian had a drop pick against Georgia Tech. What does it take to kind of get that going? It seems like once you get one, they come in floods.
Yeah.
To get that going.
Hey, we on our knees every night trying to get some turnovers, trying to pray. But no, in all seriousness, where you get what you emphasize in a way. And, so one of the things we emphasized all last week was tackling, and I thought we tackled really well. We had our lowest missed tackle total of the season. And so what we did last Tuesday that we haven't done, since we've been here, we got in full pads and we tackled on Tuesday of last week, and we did it yesterday as well. So that helped. That helped. So this week we did the same thing, but we also have emphasized more on getting turnovers and trying to punch the ball out as well as trying to get interceptions and making sure we focus on that. And, making sure that no matter what, in scout periods, every ball is in the air, we have to come up with it. And so the guys are focused on that, and we're continuing to harp it each and every day. So hopefully we'll come up with some turnovers this weekend. We have to win the turnover margin for sure.
Jody and then Russ.
Hey, Bryan, what's with Goldwire up front? He's had 6 tackles in 2 straight games. That's normally a position where you don't see a ton of tackles or stats in the middle, but he's actually kind of run a couple plays last week. He got a tackle on the outside, if I recall, kind of on the edge. What is his play, or kind of maybe what has sparked his play in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I tell you, anytime you take something away from a person that really loves something, I think it makes them refocus just a little bit. So when he didn't start the Georgia Tech game, I think he went back to refocusing for sure. And you could tell right off the bat in the Georgia Tech game, he was a man amongst boys, So I think that's one thing that sparked him a little bit. And he just has that mindset right now, Jody, that nobody's going to block me, and I'm going to make sure of that. And that's what we want. And we're just glad that he's playing that way right now for sure, Jody.
Russ.
Yeah, Coach Russ Brown from Kentucky today. I wanted to ask you about Travis, the Florida State quarterback. And I don't know the time frame, if he was here when you guys got here and then transferred, or decided to transfer before. But anyway, what do you think of his play?
No, Travis was not here, when we got here in December of 2019. 2018, when we got here. He was not here. But Travis presents a problem. Travis is a kid that has a really, really strong arm. His arm is really strong. It's like a flick of the wrist, and he can throw for 40 to 50 yards, right off the bat on his back foot, as well as running the football. He does a really good job in the run game, that Q run game, as well as, in the drop back passing game. If something's not there, he's able to step through a B gap or C gap on the edge and take it, the distance if need be. But he's just a hard guy to bring down, like a running back. And he seemed like a very cerebral kid that understands coverages. And so we have to do a really good job of staying, in front of the receivers, as well as making sure that we hold that pocket to where we don't allow him to escape. And when he does escape, we have to do a great job of rallying to him and getting him down.
Quick follow-up.
Cameron, and then we can take one more if we got it.
Yeah, Bryan, we've mentioned Monty, we mentioned Trey, Cam DeGeorge on the offensive side is playing well. It's all kind of transfers who have come in and made really an immediate impact for you all. I know Monty's a year, but he played well last year. Just when you guys got here, how much did you emphasize trying to get some transfers in here? Because I know you need to build depth and you wanted to add some personnel. And how much you feel like that's helping you guys even this year?
I think it's helping us, for sure, with guys that's, making plays like Trey, like you said, and Money last year and Steele again this year. You look at, KJ Cloyd, another kid that's come in and, he'll see some playing time more, this weekend. It's key, anytime you come into a new program and you're trying to build it from basically scratch, from dirt up, you have to be able to get some transfers. And especially with some guys get in the portal. We lost, I don't know how many was it, 25, 22, kids that went into the transfer portal. That's a whole recruiting class. So in order to get that depth that you need, a little bit right away, and knowing you have to build it, you build your program from high school kids, and you're going to take some lumps early on. Because if you go in the transfer portal, you go to the transfers all the time, then the next thing you know, you're going to have to do it over again in 2 years, over again. You're never developing high school kids. So we just want to sprinkle in a couple of here and there and build our program to where we're, gaining a good bit of high school kids that you can develop, for 4 years. Not saying there's anything wrong with JUCO guys or transfer guys. That's just what you want to build, and you sprinkle those guys in whenever need be. But all of those guys, like you said, Cam DeGeorge, he's doing a great job offensively as well. That you got to have that to be able to have your depth where you want it.
All right, Coach, we'll wrap up on that. We appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Be safe. Thank you.
I'll send you tomorrow.
Okay.
Trey.
All right.
Get in the hot seat, pal. Hot seat.
What's up?
All right, we'll go ahead and you guys can start letting me know if you've got questions for Trey Clark. Yeah, Cameron, you start us.
Hey, Trey, Cameron with the Courier Journal. Kind of just off that performance against Notre Dame, I know even after the game you said we still have things to work on. Just what has practice been like? You feel like guys are more motivated after a good performance like that?
Oh, yeah. All week we've been preaching, bringing the energy. So I feel like this week we're bringing a lot of energy to the table because we know that with that energy is going to lead us to a success. So all week I feel like guys have been motivated and more locked in than I've ever seen before. Most definitely. We've been bringing a different type of swagger to ourselves also, just off of that game, not being cocky because we still lost. It's no more victories, but at the end of the day, we know what this defense is capable of, and it's a lot of motivation going into this game.
Michael.
Hey, Trey, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority. You guys have faced a number of mobile quarterbacks this year. You're going to see another one this weekend in Jordan Travis. How has the previous experiences, as well as the growing confidence with your group, helped prepare you for what you can see on Saturday?
Being first game of the season going against Western Kentucky, we had a running quarterback. He was pretty mobile. He also did scramble to throw the ball, so we prepared for that a lot. And playing Pitt also, he was kind of a running quarterback. So we, up to this point, we really are prepared for what we're going to get, especially with the game plan that Coach Brown has in place for us. I feel really confident that we're going to, have a good game plan going into this one.
Cameron.
Yeah, Trey, that second drive against Notre Dame, you guys had 2 interception chances. You had one, Chandler had one. One, it looked like the guy pulled your helmet a little bit when he was trying to get the catch. I don't know if you thought that impacted you. And 2, how do you guys go about practice making sure that you pull those down this weekend?
Coach Brown, he preaches, get the ball, no matter what. If we're in scout period, if the ball is in the air, go get it, no matter what, because, those opportunities just don't come about like that. When I broke on that ball, that was a pretty ball right there. I should have intercepted it, and I've been thinking about it ever since, but, I got to let it go. But like I said, all week in practice, we're enforcing getting the ball out, punching the ball out. Turnovers is a thing that we're going to have to do to put us in a good position to be able to take this one home. So, pretty much, yep.
Go ahead, Michael.
Kind of on a follow-up to that, since Coach Brown's preaching it in practice, what's the success rate in practice? Are you guys getting some picks, causing some fumbles? What's it like at practice?
Oh, most definitely. Whenever the ball is in the air, I can tell that we're being more aggressive. At first we wouldn't think, before the previous weeks, we weren't really thinking about getting the ball out as much as we should, but we emphasize it even more. So now when a scout running back is running, we punching at the ball, trying to get it out. We've actually been having a lot of interceptions in the air, getting the ball out a lot from the D-line. We actually got some D-linemen getting some interceptions too. So, we pretty confident, getting that ball. It all starts with practice.
Cam.
Yeah, Trey, and obviously the secondary played pretty well on Saturday. When you look back at film, what did you see that stood out from you guys, and how did you guys continue to carry that confidence the rest of the season?
Of course, I looked at the good things that we did, but also we gotta look at the bad things that we did too, because those are the plays that mean the most, to the game. So as we were in film, we seen maybe we didn't hit a couple fits, or we missed tackles. For myself, when thinking about the game, I made some plays, but I also missed some plays that were really key moments for us, when I should have made those tackles that came to me. So just looking back at the game, I really emphasize, tackling, and that's what we've been doing. Tuesday practice, we tackle. Make sure we get a good tackle circuit in. So going into the game, we're pretty confident on our tackling because that's something that we know that we need to work on.
All right. Anybody else got anything? All right. If we've got nothing else, we'll wrap up on that. We appreciate it. Thanks, Trey. Thanks, everybody.